Hey everyone, it's Mike here. Just wanted to disclaim to my subscribers and new users, this video was intended to be a very different video. I had intended this video to be in the perspective of an average consumer, the person that is buying the headphones, the person using the headphones, and most of all, the day-to-day use of these headphones. But unfortunately, COVID-19 restrictions have been increased in the state that I live in, most notably New York, and in the area where I live. And unfortunately, there are a big spike going on. And for the safety of not only my parents and friends, and also for myself, I've decided to scrap the video because of the restrictions and also a lot of things closing. So I'm going to make this video a lot more standard. I really wanted it to stand out, but I do hope you enjoyed this video. And once again, I apologize if I let any of you down. So with all that out of the way, let's start this review. So normally when I do a review, I like to stand behind here. I like to talk to you guys for a while. I like to build up anticipation for my review, and mostly I give you all the facts. I give it to you 100% honest. I give it to you the way I intend it to be. But most of the people already do that. And you've probably seen this video a couple of times. You've probably already seen a lot of YouTubers that have been paid to say what I'm about to say. Well, I'm gonna save your time. And I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm actually gonna give my review at the beginning of the episode. The Soundcore Life Q30s are the real deal. These are not a joke. These pair of headphones have not only earned a personal spot on my top 10 tech accessories as a must-have, I think it's time we stop classifying these headphones as budget. Every time I see a YouTuber say the word best budget, best sound on budget, I think it's time we take budget out of the vocabulary for the Life Q30s. Yes, they may be priced in the budget end, but these things, the way that they have been made, the sound quality, features, everything, I think it's time we say, take budget out of its name. These things can stand on their own 2 feet and they can truly deliver. And I'm gonna explain to you that right after a word from our sponsor. So the Soundcore Life Q30s is a very interesting pair of headphones. I already said I recommend them, they're the real deal, but I'm gonna explain to you why I recommend these pairs of headphones and why I think this is the go-to if you're looking for over-ear headphones, noise-canceling headphones, everything. The first thing I gotta say right off the bat, after using this for about a solid month and really breaking it in, the first major positive that I have, and this is right out of the gate, the sound quality. I don't think I need to say any more about that. If you know Soundcore, they mean business. Now, I was really disappointed with the Life Q10s in my previous review. I just didn't really enjoy it. I felt that they were too cheaply sounding or more bass heavy than really being a high-res audio pair of headphones. Well, Soundcore has completely written the wrong as they've done a full 360 on these. The sound signature is awesome. The low end is in there. It is still pronounced, but this time it is a more controlled and a nice punchy bass, something that you can actually enjoy. It doesn't overpower your music. The mids are nice and crisp, but most of all, the high end is in there. Now, there are moments where it can be a little muddy and drained out by the bass, but it doesn't feel as frequent. And for the most part, the soundstage can adapt to everything you're listening to. And it honestly handles them really, really well. But the thing that makes these shine is not just the sound quality pre-installed, it's when you use the app and you go in with the EQ settings. Soon as you toggle on an EQ of your liking, these things get elevated from a $80 headphone to probably a $100 plus sounding headphone. That is how incredible these things sound. And just to put it into perspective, I have here my #1 pair of headphones, the AKG N700 NCM2s, and these things actually sound better than these. And AKG is all about sound quality. So that is the first and major positive of these things. The second positive that I have is the features. This thing is packed to the brim with features. I don't know how, I don't know why headphone companies just have to take so many cutbacks, but Soundcore did not cut back on this. Now, the biggest features that they have is transparency, which is really nice to see a headphone in this price range have that standard. It has multi-different noise canceling modes, so it can adapt into any environment that you're using. So if you're on a transport, you can use these outside. When you're in indoors, you can use it indoors. If you're waiting, sitting around, or if you're outdoors taking a walk, these things will handle it. Now, the noise canceling can be a little tedious, which we'll get into my negative later on. But most of all, it does a solid job. By no means are they Sony or Bose, but they don't have to be, because If you take comparisons out for a second, these things stand, like I said, on their own feet. They do a solid job blocking out maybe about 85 if you want to push it to 90%, but when you kick in that music, you don't hear anything. But on their own, I would say about 80 to 85% respectively, and that's incredible, especially for headphones of this caliber. The next thing it has is also the feature where you touch the side of the ear cup, which I think is a very useful feature, and a lot of headphone companies should adapt to using that feature. Now, something I just want to disclaim, the sound quality does tweak when you use the noise canceling. If you turn it off, it will be a regular balanced kind of signature. When you turn it on, the mids and highs are elevated just a little bit, the bass is reduced. But if you turn it off or just you go to transparency, it will sound more bass heavy. So something to just point out there. Then if you even go even further, it has NFC pairing. Now, even these $300 AKG N700 SEM2s, they don't even have NFC. So the fact that an $80 pair of headphones has that versus a $300 says a lot to begin with. But those are my second positive. The next positive that I have is battery life. I have had these for a month, and guys, I am telling you, I have still yet to drain this thing. It has been a solid month and I still cannot drain these things. They have been on medium, and I'm telling you guys, I'm not exaggerating this, I cannot drain these things. You get 40 hours of battery life with the transparency ANC on, but if you turn it off, you get 60 hours. That is incredible. Find me a company that gives you 60 hours. That is incredible. It has a USB-C port and a 3.5mm input. And fun fact about the USB-C port is that if you use a power delivery brick or a regular USB-C plug-in, it will charge no matter what. That is another positive, which again, $300 pair of headphones can't use power delivery bricks, but it can only use standard USB-A. So that says a lot. My next positive is the design. Of course, they are very reminiscent of something like a Sony, but these do a very good job. But if you look carefully in the design of the two sides of the ear cups, there's a little bit of a vent here that helps reduce cabin pressure, which is a very smart and, if I say so myself, a genius design. Of course, these can just be grills, some people say they are, but after further examining them and adapting to the environment, they actually help to reduce the cabin pressure, and these things hardly give you that much cabin pressure to begin with, so that's another solid positive. Less cabin pressure and really just the design of this thing. But then of course we do have our negatives. My first negative would be that even though I appreciate the metal hinge at the top, the whole unibody of the headphones, again, is made of a plastic. It doesn't feel as cheap as the Q10s, but the quality control has me a little bit worried. Now, I hope this doesn't affect your purchase decision. It shouldn't, because the warranty is great with Soundcore. You get 18 months of warranty. But there have been a few moments where I've heard certain creaking noises, most notably from the side of the ear cups, that have me a little bit worried, I would say, in certain areas. Another negative that I have is the memory foam. While they are comfortable and I can use them for a long period of time, they're nowhere near as comfortable as, again, the AKGs. And if I'm even gonna be truly honest, they aren't even, the ear cups, they don't even feel that comfortable compared to the Q10s. So that's one thing I will give the Q10s. The ear cups were a lot more comfortable than these ones. I kind of wish that they had brought that specific ear cup design or whatever that material was. I really kind of wish they had brought that on these. And my last negative, and that's really it for me, and then that's really all overall. My last negative would probably just be the wording. Active noise canceling. It's just a nitpick, but come on, do we really need that on the headphones? But honestly though, guys, all that aside, overall, looking at these headphones before I compare them, these things are the real deal. These headphones, I cannot urge it enough. If you are looking for a pair of over-ear headphones, take money out of the equation, just take all those brands out. If you're looking for a headphone that can elevate in terms of price, feature, sound quality, and most of all made by a company who really is, in my opinion, the most game-changing audio company of 2020. And if you don't believe me, look at what Soundcore has been doing. They have been making some really good audio sounding products for a fraction of the price of what everything has been made out there, but most of all, they are able to deliver. They don't take away the experience. Of course, there are some products that I don't like, but these headphones truly classify in a class on their own. They should not have the word best budget headphone. These things can stand on their own 2 feet, and in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I recommend the Soundcore Life Q30s. Now, of course, again, my negatives are in there, but there are a lot of things that outweigh this. The fact that it has app support, multi-different ANCs, a high battery life, an active EQ, and honestly some great firmware updates that help make a difference with these headphones. I'm telling you guys right now, it is a no-brainer. Pick these bad boys up. They are everything you are looking for in a pair of over-ear headphones. And that's all I've got to say. I don't want to overdo this video, I don't want to stretch it out, but that's all I've got to say. These are the real deal. And just a quick summary, if you're wondering, nobody's paying me to say this. This is my honest and humbled opinion. I don't like to be bribed, I don't like to take money from other people. This is just my opinion. I truly recommend these things. And if Soundcore, if you're listening, you know what would be even awesome? Take the same thing, if you want an idea for a future headphone, I'd be willing to pay the premium price of over-ear headphones if you made it. Make it a little bit more metal, make it a little bit more comfortable, and maybe make it a little pro. Hint, hint. I'd be willing to pay the premium, and I definitely think people would. But that's just my opinion, and again, this is the Soundcore Life Q30s. Again, I am telling you guys, it is a no-brainer. If you're looking for a pair of over-ear headphones, definitely consider these. Give them a shot. For 80 bucks, they deliver in every single area you can expect. I have no complaints, no compromise. That is the best way for a consumer. No compromise in the experience. And that's what these things deliver. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. And again, please stay safe, everyone. This thing is spiking again, so please take precaution. Be safe, be smart, not dumb, and peace.